My hands hurt now.
Nice. That's so...
This is weird.
Yeah. Oh, shit. What am I doing? I'm opening up things. Ah! I don't know. Maybe we should just, like, take it in right away.
Okay. Should we explain why it sounds weird?
Oh, yeah. Let's do that first. Sorry, guys. Okay, so we are doing a remote recording this week. I got exposed to COVID, and so I'm just in like a mild quarantine. I'm waiting for my test results to come back. And, yeah. So,
this is our first attempt at the remote.
Yeah.
So bear with us a little bit.
All right, take us in, Tommy.
This is Tommy.
This is Jacob.
This is Tommy and
Jacob's mixtape. That was great.
This is gonna be a clusterfuck.
Hey, everybody.
Well, hi, everyone. How you doing today?
Hope you're all doing well.
This is really weird not being...
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
really...
think about that. Like, there's a handful of podcasts that I've been watching that are kind of like this. It's one of the reasons why it was hard for me to, like, really listen to the What the Fuck podcast, Mark Maron's podcast.
Oh, yeah.
Because some of the, like, half of the audio is going to be what you kind of sound like today. And the other half is, like, Mark Maron just being, like, super crisp and clean. So.
Oh, so you're gonna be crisp and clean. I'm gonna sound like a robot.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Well, I apologize, everyone. I don't have the cool recording equipment. I should probably get my hands on some of that.
It's really strange. I feel like I'm a lot quieter than I am, like, because I'm in my bedroom, or not my bedroom, but in my apartment. There's a freedom when I'm in the space with you. Like, I feel like
That's
I can't.
True.
I feel like I can't be as loud. I don't know.
Oh, you're not gonna have a screaming moment.
I might still. Who knows? Oh, damn it! I'm just looking at my notes for stuff that I wanted to talk about. Did someone made a community paintball game for Steam? Like you know, the show Community.
Yeah,
and they have like
the community or.
Yeah. So the show Community, they have like their famous paintball episodes. Someone like recreated Greendale as like it's first person shooter, but it's all paintball, but you're on like the Greendale map.
Oh, that's cool.
Greendale campus map, yeah.
And what can you play that on?
I think it was just on Steam. I wanted to see if I could find like a demo of it to give a try.
Oh, that's cool. I'll check that out after this.
Yeah. Well, what's new with you? What's going on?
Call out to Indigo. I started playing SpongeBob Battle for Bikini Bottom on the Switch.
It's on the Switch.
Yeah, it's like a report like from God, I can't remember what console that was on. But yeah, it's on the Switch and it was on sale for like $20, and I was like, I'll play that. $20 for nostalgia, and it's actually really fun. But you never answered my text. What do you consider a game like Spyro or
Action?
Like,
no. It's like a modern platformer.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's okay.
It's a 3D platformer.
Okay, yeah. So that's the game style. It's a 3D platformer, but it's just SpongeBob themed.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of what Crash Bandicoot kind of like Mario 64, I should say, actually, kind of like, you know, remodeled the idea of the platformers, put it in the 3D world. Yeah,
but it's cool too. Like, it's just filled with a bunch of SpongeBob Easter eggs, and it's just, I don't know. It was $20 easy nostalgia.
Yeah, there you go. Fun. I'm still
Dragon Quest.
I'm still caught up in Dragon Quest 8. I just kind of like got to, I want to say maybe like the 2/3 mark through the game. Found my first actual like main boss that was really hard to defeat. It's led up to believe that he's the end boss. His name is Dual Magus, and just like kind of like you would assume that he was going to be the end boss, and I went through like this area, and I got to him, and was like, oh. Usually in like these Dragon Quest games, before you go into like the main boss like this, it gives you like an automatic heal for your entire party, because like the dungeon you went through was like pretty rough, and so you'd get like a freebie heal. But I just went right into the battle, and I didn't heal any of my characters. And so I was like, oh, shit. And then it was a massacre. I got destroyed so hard. And I was like, okay, so better get prepared for that one. But it was kind of nice. I got, I started back over at my save, and then I just kind of grinded a little bit and like got some stronger equipment, and then went there and just wrecked him.
Well, cool. All right, so you're almost done with it then?
Yeah. I probably got about another 20 hours or so. I put about 40 hours into it. I think it's about a 60-hour game.
Okay. Oh, also before SpongeBob is beat the Soft Touches of Evil. No, is that what it's called? I don't know. One of the DLCs for Witcher. I beat that the other day.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. Not Blood and Wine.
No, Blood and Wine Blood and Wine's a higher level, so I was kind of like, oh, this one, I'll do this one to kind of grind out a little bit, but still do like missions. But it was okay. I didn't like it as much as Blood and Wine, or I have liked Blood and Wine, but I don't know. The ending kind of felt pointless, so I was like, that was kind of just. It was like I did it with the idea of grinding to do missions, and then it just ended up feeling like grinding while doing missions. But I wanted it to be a little more exciting, and I thought it was just kind of like ended up being kind of bored like halfway through, and I was like, just finish it, and then it ended, and I was like, oh, that was fast.
Nice. Wow. Cool. So you know how we've been talking about the Joy-Con stuff, like how the Nintendo Joy-Con, sorry. You know the stuff with the Joy-Cons we were talking about? How like the Joy-Con like the joysticks like get stuck or whatever?
Oh,
or like the drifting problem?
Yeah, the drifting problem. Apparently
like Nintendo's had like a couple of lawsuits over this.
Yes, they have.
And I just like, oh, really? You knew that? Oh, I was just finding an article where like somewhere in Canada is like another lawsuit is happening through Nintendo from their Joy-Con, like the joysticks not working properly. Like, I was just like, oh wow, I knew it was a problem, but I didn't realize it was like this big a problem.
Yeah, but it's like also like, I mean, one of the ways they kind of went about taking care of it is that you can send your Joy-Cons in,
and they'll fix them. But it's like there's a charge for it, isn't it?
I don't remember there being a charge for it. I do remember one of the big problems though is that if you got like a limited edition Joy-Con, like a special color or decal, there was no guarantee they could send that back to you.
What?
So someone went to pay more to get the specific color, or, and then when they got it back, it was just the blue and red one, and they're like, "What the fuck? Like this? You didn't send me back.
You didn't fix my Joy-Con. You just sent me another Joy-Con."
Yeah, so that was part of the like issue with it as well, because people like their special, like I like my Super Nintendo DS, like I love that, and if I sent it in for repairs and they sent me back like the generic version, I'd be pissed. I'd be like, what the fuck? Give me my shit back. But yeah, it's like, I don't want to laugh because it's like I get the annoyance of it, but it's still just kind of fun. You open up your package like, sweet, what the hell is this? I don't know, I just thought that was kind of funny.
That's ridiculous. Yeah, no, now I kind of understand like the law. Like I kind of understood like putting in a lawsuit on like, you're paying a certain amount of money for this product, and this product's just falling apart really fast. And especially like one of the things I was reading is that someone had sent in their Joy-Cons to get fixed. It's like they started like having that drift problem within 10 months. I mean, mine was within 6 months, if I remember correctly. And they said that they sent their Joy-Cons in, they came back, they were fine, and then like literally like in less than 2 months, the problem was just back. And it's like,
well, yeah, but also that's the thing you got to think. I mean, are you cleaning them? Not you, the general you. Because like dust and stuff gets in there, so you need to clean them occasionally.
Yeah, but not like taking them apart to clean them. I mean, there's obviously just something wrong with the mechanic of the thing itself. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
but I mean, that just kind of goes into video game world as it is now, is that so many products are released and they don't work
properly.
Yeah, but in like in a lot of ways, you can kind of let it go because a lot of it is just programming. So it's like, well, they need to make a patch or an update, and they can fix that 6 months later. I don't want to say easily, but easier than replacing a concrete item. You can go in and you can make this patch, and then you can just automatically send it to everyone that has that file. So it's like, okay, but I mean, look at all the games that we've gotten that just are busted. Look at Cyberpunk. Like,
there's a reason I didn't get Cyberpunk. Like,
yeah, because you don't have a PlayStation 5.
Well, yeah, but but you see, a lot of people argue, it's like, but it was released for the PlayStation 4. I knew with the amount of delays and everything that it was going to have as many problems as it had. And then also, like, seeing the videos of it, and, like, that once, like, they even got a lot of the bugs and, like, glitches, like, figured out with it, it was like playing a PlayStation 2 game with the graphics, because the graphics couldn't fucking, like...
couldn't handle it.
Yeah, they couldn't smooth fast enough. It was like I saw, like, a comparison of, like, of like one of the one of the just like random characters like on the side of the street. Maybe it's a cop or something. I don't know. It's like, but their face literally looked like Hagrid from the PlayStation 2 Harry Potter game.
Oh no!
I was like, dude, that is bad. That is bad.
I was listening to one podcast and they were saying that they got like 4 hours into it and finally said screw it. And I can't remember what they were playing on. I think they were playing on the PS4 and 5 to see comparisons. Mm-hmm. And I think on the 4, the children characters were literally just like weird
blocks
kind of floating around. And I was like he was like, the aesthetic kind of weirdly worked because it's like cyberpunk, but then once you realize they're actually supposed to be human children, he said it was like the funniest, like weirdest thing. Just as these little float like what's that Pokemon called?
Polygar?
Hexagons? Yeah, like little polygars like floating around. Or polygon.
Maybe.
Whatever.
Yeah. Polyamorous Pokemon.
Huh? Polyamorous Pokemon. What was... actually, I'll save that for later, because we'll probably get into that. We started watching... Speaking of Canada, because you had that whole, like... talked about that lawsuit in Canada. We started watching Kim's Convenience. Have you watched that?
Kim's Convenience. Is that the new... same people that did Bob's Burgers?
No, it's started in 2016. It's like an easy watch sitcom about a convenience store run by a South Korean couple that immigrated to Canada.
I've seen trailers for it. It looks really funny. Like, what are you watching it on?
It's on Netflix.
It's on Netflix? Okay. Is it a Netflix original?
No, so that's what's kind of interesting about it. So it's really easy watching, I don't want to say simple because that sounds like I'm putting it down, and I don't mean that. I just mean it's a very easy watch. But it just goes through this family's lives with the two South Korean parents and then the Korean Canadian children, and like the cultural differences and just how they were raised differently. But what's kind of interesting about it is that initially it was a play, which I didn't know.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, so it was a play in, I think, 2011.
Theta, you piqued my interest. Sorry.
Yeah, that's what I was like. That's why I was like, I'll bring this up. It's kind of interesting because it was a play written by Ines. I don't know how to say the last name. I don't want to butcher it. Okay, I'm probably going to butcher it, and I'm sorry. Ines Choice, Chois. I probably butchered that, and I apologize, but
I'd have to look at it and see if I can even pronounce it.
Yeah. But yeah, so he wrote this play kind of based off his experience with a convenience store that he worked at when he was a kid and his uncle that ran a convenience store. So he just took all these little pieces of his own life and created this play. And at first it didn't really take off, and then over time it became like all over Canada you could find it. And it ran from, I think it was written in 2011 and then ran from 2013 to 2016, and then it got picked up as a TV show, and then it got 3 seasons.
That's really cool.
I just was like, yeah, and then also the 2 lead actors that play the parents were also the same actors in the play, and he just brought them over onto the TV show.
Awesome.
Yeah, it was just like a cool, like, you know, kept it very family oriented, and I don't know, I think you should watch it. It's really funny. It's like really funny. But yeah, I just thought the whole was really.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
No, watching the trailers of it, it did look really funny. I don't know why.
Yeah, we just saw it on the Easy Binge channel, you know, and we were like, sure, put it on, let's see. And we ended up watching like a season in a day. It was just, and it's very heartfelt, and I don't know, it's cute. I would suggest everyone check it out. It's a very, especially if you like stuff like Parks and Rec and Community and stuff like that. It's, you know, it's fun.
Those kind of like easygoing TV shows, like comedy, like sitcoms type thing.
Yeah.
Well, I guess it's not really a sitcom.
Why not a sitcom?
I don't know. I just like I automatically put sitcom into like the live audience three camera point of view type thing.
Oh, like
multiple
canned laughter.
Yeah, the multiple camera live audience studio set type thing.
Oh, okay, I can see
like
that.
2 Broke Girls, Friends, How I Met Your Mother.
I'm blanking on more
Silence.
sitcoms.
Sorry. And then the silence came.
Well, it's also like, especially because we're doing it this way, it's hard to tell because I just went, for y'all that can't see us, I just went very quiet and very still. So, so it's like you gotta keep moving. Like, no, I'm still here. Like,
So I mean, I'll definitely get some chance to check that out. I actually, since I just got, I recently got HBO Max, I realized that Doctor Who is on it, so I'm catching up on my Doctor Who.
I didn't know you were a Doctor Who fan.
Oh yeah, no, Ben got me into Doctor Who.
Oh, I forgot about Ben. Loved Doctor Who. I forgot about that.
Yeah, he was super into Doctor Who, and I binge watched pretty much like all of like the American well, it's the American version. What am I talking about? The modern one. Because Doctor Who was originally, 60s, 70s, and whatnot, as well.
How many Who's have there been?
The female that's the Doctor right now is the 13th Doctor.
Jesus.
Yeah, dude, this show's been around for fucking ever.
Would I like Doctor Who?
Yes. I think you would. I think you would like the first 6 seasons maybe, because once it gets into the 11th Doctor, Matt Smith, the show kind of changes a little bit. I don't know. It's a very I don't know why I'm struggling so hard to give you an answer. I think you would, but I also think that you might just check out of it really easily.
That's why I always kind of got that feeling.
But I mean, I definitely think it would be something for you to give it a chance, especially for there's 12 seasons right now. So there's a lot of there's a lot of Doctor Who. And each season's only so they do 13 episodes each season, and then every season they do a Christmas special.
Okay.
And the Christmas special is always kind of if it's in between Doctors, they'll have both Doctors kind of being in it and whatnot.
Isn't the Doctor always the same personality but in different bodies? Is that the whole deal?
Yes, in kind of. So it's the same. The Doctor is a Time Lord, and when he's reached his limit of capacity with certain body, he regenerates into a new body, which could be younger, which could be older. Give you just depending on how the Doctor's personality is at that time. There is very much the Doctor is set in a specific way, but depending on the characterization, the age of the Doctor and whatnot, it kind of reflects a little bit of the Doctor's personality as well.
Okay.
Yeah, it's really interesting. Like that, but it's so like there's been the Ninth Doctor, which is only one season. Christopher Eccleston, he started out Doctor Who, this remake of it, and then David Tennant, who was the Doctor for the longest. I think he was like 4 or 5 seasons. And then Matt Smith was like 3 or 4 seasons, and then Peter Capaldi, which that's where I'm at right now. Is I stopped watching when Peter Capaldi took over as the Doctor. Just kind of fell off the bandwagon. And so I'm in the middle of the Peter Capaldi stuff, and it's okay. I mean, I still really liked the David Tennant stuff a lot more. And it's also because like they changed like showrunners and writers in between David Tennant and Matt Smith. I forget who the showrunner was with David Tennant, but Stephen Moffat took over with Matt Smith. And you can even like there's a different feel to the the show just has a different fingerprint, and it just like the writing it's a lot more like adventuresque. Like each episode kind of like separate from each other, even though they kind of were with like David Tennant with the 10th Doctor. But I don't know. There was just I wish I could remember who was the showrunner during that time. I can't remember his name. But it just felt like more of a cohesive show at that time. And then now there's the 13th Doctor, which is a female, and she's the first female Doctor.
And that's the most recent season.
Yes,
It's
still airing, still going on.
Okay,
yeah,
cool.
Yeah, so and she's been the Doctor this is her 2nd season as the Doctor. I think the 12th season is airing, or just aired, or is airing right now.
Okay, cool. I'll check it out. I mean, especially if it's on HBO Max. But I mean, HBO Max is gonna get a lot of shit that I'm gonna want to watch soon.
Oh yeah. Did you see the trailer for Godzilla vs. Kong?
Yeah, I did.
You don't sound very. I was really excited.
I didn't know you were. I don't know. That was kind of whatever. It goes back into that big monster thing.
Oh, that's right. I don't know why it's like, dude. I don't know. And just watch, dude. When Kong just like punches him in the face, I was like, "Oh fuck, yeah."
Whose team are you on? Godzilla or Kong?
I just want to see destruction, man.
But yeah, but who, like I was trying to figure out like who do you like better? I would say you're a Godzilla guy.
I'm kind of more of a Kong guy, but also I fucking love Godzilla. I was actually like kind of like watching it. I realized I kind of want to maybe get a Godzilla tattoo.
That'd be cool. But like, which Godzilla? Matthew Broderick, 2000s.
No, gross. No,
I
liked
that design.
So gross.
What? His design was cool.
I from like, I wasn't really like, I didn't really have much of an opinion for it when I was a kid, and actually I never really had an opinion for it until you just bringing it up now. Like, I actually don't really like that design. It's because it's got like the long snout. It's like almost got like more of like a crocodile like look to it.
It's an iguana. It's a radioactive iguana.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, but that's not Godzilla.
Okay, well, fuck you too.
Because like, I don't know. I got like a very like kind of specific like it definitely kind of a more modern looking Godzilla, but like definitely going back to like the 1950s Gojira like style as well. Like I just have this like idea of like Godzilla kind of like looking over like it'd be kind of like a bust of Godzilla, kind of like the shoulders and just kind of like turning and like its beam blowing out of its mouth or something. I don't know where I would get this tattooed on my body, but I have a very specific image in my mind of what I would want it to look like.
With your shoulder?
But I think that'd be the only like good place to put it.
Yeah, because then if you're gonna do like a full length Godzilla, then like your forearm or the back of your calf, the back of your calf, the calf.
Yeah.
The back of your calf.
Inside of my calf.
On the front.
Can you just tattoo my bones?
I'm definitely more of a Kong guy, also because I just really like great apes in general.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's like leans down to why. But I said that, and then I immediately was like, well, I like dinosaurs too, but that's different, I guess. And I don't know. I like Kong.
I mean, it seems like they're kind of like pushing they're pushing kind of like Godzilla kind of more the antagonist and Kong as more of the hero. Mm-hmm. But I think it's going to kind of unfold into, I don't know. I think maybe
this is one of those situations where like it doesn't matter. They're going to level 16 cities in the meantime. Like it really it doesn't matter to me. But like, do you have a lot of built up Godzilla knowledge? Like, can I ask you questions about it, and would you be able to steer us in the right direction, or is that not?
No, I've only seen I've seen the first Godzilla, like the original, way back when I was in high school, and then just like when it's like Godzilla versus Mothra or Mechagodzilla, all of that stuff. Just like I've seen I don't really have much knowledge of it. I've only seen like bits of it.
Did you ever watch that animated show, the animated Godzilla that came out like a couple years ago?
There was one that came out a couple of years ago. I knew there was one that came out post the Matthew Broderick one.
No, there's it's a more recent one, but the whole idea is that we had a war with Godzilla for ages, obviously lost, so we as a species decided to leave the planet, lived in space for a while, and did whole new generations passed, and then scientists. I think and again, I'm super wrong. I watched it once, and I'm just totally paraphrasing. This is how I believe it happened. But we left the planet for so long that they're like, okay, Godzilla has to be either dormant or dead. We go back, and his presence on the planet has completely changed our planet's evolutionary trajectory. So now it's Godzilla planet. And so we land, and we're like, oh, cool, we can't find him. And then he shows up, and he's twice the size now. He's mutated even more, and then that's this whole... And I remember it being really cool, but my biggest thing is, the reason I'm asking is I can't remember if Godzilla is a radioactive lizard, or is he an ancient, almost godlike
So
creature?
in the original lore, he is an ancient creature. He is an ancient being, and that's also what they're leaning into in this Godzilla versus Kong, is that they are both ancient creatures of the planet from the past, and that
so
Kong.
Some of the other monsters are as well, right?
Yes, they all are. They're all
Even
prehistoric. Even Mothra, yes. And
Godzilla
is supposed to be the king of the monsters, but Kong and his race never bowed down to Godzilla. So they're ancient They're it's ancient enemies through history.
I gathered that it's they have a blood feud between the two of them species wise. They have always butted heads, basically.
Yes.
Okay. I mean, I'm gonna watch it. I'm definitely gonna watch it.
I haven't seen the most recent Godzilla. I realized with Millie Bobby Brown in it. I haven't seen that one yet.
I saw, because there's two of them, right?
Yeah, which actually apparently they are they're from what I was reading on for Godzilla versus Kong, apparently they're connected. That Godzilla that came out in 2014 and the one that came out in 2019, they're connected, I guess, which I didn't know.
And these two, are they connected with this? This is gonna be the third installment of this.
This would be technically the fourth, if anything, because Kong Skull Island is part of this.
Right. Oh, and to clear it up, the reason Kong is bigger is because he's older.
Yes.
That took me some reading. I was like, why is he so much bigger? And then people are like, oh no, they made it very clear in the Skull Island, which I really enjoyed. I thought Skull Island was cool.
I really did. I liked Skull Island too.
Yeah, I thought it was really cool. Apparently in that, they make it very clear that he's an adolescent. He's a teenager.
Teenager, yeah.
Yeah, so I was like, oh, okay. He got big growth spurt.
Nope, it's been 40 years.
Because then, yeah, I think it's been 50.
It's post-Vietnam, so it has to be somewhere in the late 60s, early 70s.
Yeah, so 50 years.
40, 50 years, yeah.
Yeah, because in Skull Island, he was able to hold a helicopter in his palm.
Yeah.
And now he's
yeah, bigger than a helicopter. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is actually going to be the biggest rendition of Kong that's been made on camera.
Yeah. Huh.
I was reading a thing about like sizes of like different Kongs and Godzillas and whatnot.
Is there anything else you're like excited for coming out on HBO? Is it this month or next month?
I don't know anything else that's really coming out.
Oh.
I mean, I've been slowly watching The Flight Attendant, which is a really interesting fucking dark comedy thriller murder mystery.
Yeah, you told me to watch it and I keep forgetting. What is it called again? Flight Attendant?
The Flight Attendant, yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna write that down.
It's produced and starring Kaylee Cuoco from The Big Bang Theory. She was Penny. And she proves her acting chops in this show. Like,
okay.
She it's definitely, you definitely see an evolution from her being just the bubbly Penny from Big Bang Theory.
That reference is wasted on me. I never watched that.
I mean, I know you've seen a couple of episodes.
Yeah, I don't know who Penny is. The main.
Yeah, the main chick.
Well, I'm excited for Mortal Kombat.
I'm excited to see more of it. Like more like trailer stuff and whatnot. I mean, I'm excited. I mean, I'm just waiting. I'm biding my time.
Well, just because I'm just thinking about in the context of today's special effects. I'm like, okay, this is what we've been waiting for. Like the '90s one is fun and all, but I mean,
yeah, I mean the '90s one actually isn't all that bad, and for its time, actually still has some I feel like some of the special effects holds up pretty well. Like Goro still looks pretty fucking cool. I mean, you can definitely
cool. Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, the only one that I remember not the fight I didn't care for was the one with Scorpion.
That's the Johnny Cage Scorpion one that starts out in the forest and whatnot. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they also kind of they didn't really do a good job of doing the characters their true nature as well.
They were very much made for a movie, which I didn't really.
It was like some
either.
writer and producer was like, "Oh, so this is their moves. Let's just put them in there and do things."
Yeah, I was like, because also they made like Sub-Zero and Scorpion just kind of really quiet henchmen, which I was like, they definitely have their more
and Sub-Zero
development.
And Sub-Zero technically in the storyline he's not part of the Nether Realm or part of Shang Tsung's fucking thing. He's actually part of he's more for Earth Realm, you know. Except you know, until he betrays and whatnot. But there's a big story behind all of that. Have you been playing any more Mortal Kombat?
No, we just had that one night. We want to finish it, but we want to finish the campaign, but we just have been doing other stuff.
Nah, I totally get that.
And I guess the only thing that, and if you guys haven't really checked, you should check. If you have HBO Max or you're trying to decide if you want to spend the money on it, I definitely say look up and maybe we can put it on one of our posts. But
I actually meant to bring up get that article, and actually maybe I can just find it really quick through the text that I sent you, because that article that I sent you that had all the stuff coming out on HBO Max was really fucking cool.
I think I have one open, actually. Do I have one open? Oh, yeah. I have one open.
Oh, yeah? What's it? What's the website?
Collider.com. Everything that will be released on HBO Max. See the 16 films that will be released day and day in theaters on HBO Max.
Yep. So there's that one, and there's also Thrillist.com. Everything coming to HBO Max in 2021. That's the one that I sent you.
Yes, that is the one you sent me.
And you know,
Space Jam 2.
Yeah, I would definitely recommend people to get HBO Max if they have the money to for this year, because there's a lot of really awesome stuff that you're gonna get that you're just gonna be able to stream stream through the service, paying for the service. But it's only going to be on there for a month. So I just gave my mom my HBO account because she really wanted to watch Wonder Woman 1984. And I was like, you know what, you can just have my HBO account because there's going to be a lot of cool stuff, and I'm sure you and Mike will just enjoy it. And Mike immediately started watching Doctor Who.
Well, there's also, if you like superhero stuff, like there's a
the Suicide Squad is coming out. You got there's a lot of stuff. But the
even
thing
old
that sucks,
DC movies.
Yeah, Wonder Woman 1984 was just removed like 2 days ago. I was like, I didn't realize it. So yeah, my mom logged into it last night and was like, oh, it's already off because it's only going to be on there for a month, and it was released on Christmas Day, and then yesterday was literally a month post that. So
yeah. Well, it's like if you have Disney for Marvel movies, then HBO Max for
DC movies.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely. But yeah, so go ahead and check out that list. I mean, like Dune's coming. There's a new Dune that they're redoing. They're doing a second Space Jam. It's the list
with
just goes
LeBron
on
James.
and on.
Yep.
They're doing Black Messiah, Little Things. Little Things looks really cool with Jared Leto as like a serial killer.
Yeah, Rami Malek and
Randy Malek and Denzel Washington.
Thank you, Denzel Washington. Yeah.
That was like that looks really cool, and I think that
I think that's
do a serial killer.
That's the next big one. I think that's coming out. I think that's because that's what I'm seeing a lot of trailers for right now.
Mm-hmm.
Was it? There's also a Tom and Jerry movie.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna skip that, to be honest.
I'm gonna watch it just because I love Tom and Jerry, and I just got it. It's kind of like when Sonic the Hedgehog came out. It's like, well, I mean, yeah, Jim Carrey's in it, but it's also Sonic. I gotta have an opinion on this.
Yeah, but I think they did that thing again with Tom and Jerry talk, which I find weird.
I have not noticed that in the trailers.
No? Oh, I was reading somewhere that they're supposed to talk, and I was like, I don't like that.
Yeah.
But whatever. Moving on. But yeah, so HBO Max, cool stuff.
Sponsor us.
Do you want to go ahead and explain what we were wrong about in our Star Wars knowledge that we got commented on?
Oh yeah, my nephew had a good time giving. I mean, just like two quick call outs on what we were talking about. So we were saying that Rex is a commander, and he's Captain Rex. And then also, we weren't sure where Ahsoka Tano where she was introduced, and she was introduced in the Clone Wars animated movie.
Okay. Wait, like the CG Clone Wars or the?
Yeah, not Attack of the Clones.
Oh.
The Clone Wars animated movie. That I think they broke it down into an episodic thing in one of the seasons, but it was released as a special event movie in the Clone Wars.
Well, what I meant by the CG comment was, I don't know if you remember, but there was that
the animated clone. The one that was more like Samurai Jack style.
Yeah, they're like micro episodes in between stuff.
Yeah, that one. I don't know where that one actually stands in canon with anything.
Yeah, because I mean that's the first.
That was the first animated Star Wars.
Yeah. And that's the first time I remember realizing how scary General Grievous actually could be.
I don't remember Grievous being in those ones. I don't think I actually watched all of those.
Yeah, I watched all those back when they were coming out. But yeah, so thank you for for clearing us up on that. We definitely need
we appreciate that. we appreciate the corrections. And I know it was I know it was good in nature too. So
yeah. So if you guys we say something wrong, please let us know so we don't keep saying it wrong.
Do you have anything else? Do you have just something else you want to bring up? All right.
Maybe a question for the end, but not right
now. I did a double feature the other night of a Promising Young Woman and a 2019 movie called Searching. Which I don't know. I think Searching I may not want to talk too much about because I think Searching would be a fun one for us to do a review on.
Okay.
Because it's.
What did you watch these on?
I rented them through Amazon. Promising Young Woman is new, so it was like a $20 rent. But I also as soon as I saw the trailer for it, really wanted to see it, really wanted to watch it. Searching has a John Cho from Harold and Kumar. I think I'm remembering his name correctly. Yeah. his daughter ends up missing, and he kind of.
Is this the online?
Yes. So
detective thing.
Yeah. So it's really interesting. It's really good. But I definitely think it'd be a fun one to do a review on, because I feel like it redeems that storytelling through like a laptop camera type thing, like a FaceTime like recording thing, because it has no actual like camera like people like dialogue walking around. You know what I'm trying to say? It's like it's either all like camera footage from like security stuff, or from like the webcam from a laptop, or just like you're just watching him like search things like through like on like his like desktop and whatnot. So I mean it tells the story really well, and you kind of like get a detective mind as well. You're like, ooh, what if he like tried looking up this thing, and he's like, and while he's doing it, you're like, oh yeah. I really enjoyed it. It was really fun. I recommend.
I remember seeing trailers for that when it first came out, and I thought it was a very interesting concept, especially for today's day and age.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember never watching it, because it looked like it was going to really stress me out.
And it might stress you out a little bit. But Promising Young Woman is Carey Mulligan. God damn it. I didn't look up the woman who wrote and directed it. This isn't her first, like, she's done a couple other things before this, but like Carey Mulligan, it like kind of like puts off that she's doing like this weird like serial killer type thing, where she's pretending to be drunk in a bar to like have these guys that are like seemingly nice guys that would like take her either back to their place to like take care of her, but then they like turn into peeves and like actually start trying to like sexually assault her, and she just like immediately like was like what are you doing? And then like she's like there like coherent, and they're like, whoa, what's going on? Oh my god, you're sober? What is happening? And she's like, yeah, I am sober. Why does that change anything? What are you doing? Why are my panties around my ankles right now? And it's just like it's really just kind of like tense. But then it has like an entire other storyline of like her, and Bo Burnham's in it. Bo Burnham is just like a guy from her past that doesn't know what she's doing, and she's trying to do redemption for what happened to like her sister in college. And I don't know, it could definitely be like anybody that has any kind of like PTSD with sexual assault. This movie might be kind of triggering for them, or it could make them, it could be that revenge story that they really want to like see and whatnot.
Yeah, I mean, and just so you know, the director's name was Emerald Fennell.
Yes.
Fennell. Yeah.
Fennell. Yeah. What else has she done?
She has done. Let's see.
Oh, you don't have to look it up. I thought you still had it up. I just have
her name up. Well, cool. I mean, so definitely something worth checking out.
Yeah. Maybe, I mean, if you want to wait for it to like lower down in price to rent and whatnot, or get onto a streaming service, go for it. But Carey Mulligan's performance in it is amazing. I've never seen her so committed in a character and truly just kind of like become something else.
Yeah.
Like she is amazing in this film.
Cool. Well, I mean, definitely, yeah, I'll definitely check it out. Well, you were saying too, like with like this movie being like possibly like a trigger, depending on what your personal like situations or feelings are about this kind of content, kind of like like Last House on the Left.
Yeah. Are you asking if it's kind of like that?
Well, in the sense of it is very much based on this kind of the concept of sexual assault, but then there is the revenge story.
Yes.
That is also the focus point.
Yes.
Okay.
And I will say there is a moment in it that does have a depiction of sexual assault in it as well. So, people are aware
just
of
like
that.
a heads up. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, because I remember I really enjoyed because they did a remake of Last House on the Left, and I remember really enjoying it. But it is also it's horrible and really uncomfortable. But then it does come back into the revenge aspect, and even that can be like upsetting to some people. Some people are like, "Fuck yeah," you know. But
and others are like, no,
or it's too violent.
Go to therapy.
Yeah, you know. So it just kind of depends on your personality, I guess.
Yeah, no, it was really good. I recommend, like, if you, I mean, when it gets cheaper for you and Fallon to watch, I think you guys really enjoy it as well.
All right, I wrote that down.
It's got kind of like it's got a very strange aesthetic to it.
I like that.
It's like almost like, I don't want to say like a Drive aesthetic, because that's like very particular, but it's got a very dark feel, but also kind of like, I don't want to say quirky, because quirky isn't the right way to put it. It's weird. It's surreal. It's dark. It's strange. It's uncomfortable.
It's a whole lot. I was going to ask something. Just for shits and giggles, last night while falling asleep, I put on Witches of Eastwick because we were talking about it the other day.
The remake?
No, not the Witches. The Witches of Eastwick.
Oh, the Witches of Eastwick. Oh, yeah. Cher, Michelle Pfeiffer, Jack Nicholson. Who's the third witch? It's Michelle Pfeiffer, Cher. Is it Susan Sarandon?
Yes, that's who it is. Susan Sarandon. That's a strange watch.
I think I remember the end of that movie really well, if I remember correctly. When they're like have the voodoo doll of him and they're just having him like do like they're just torturing him.
Yeah, like, so if you guys like, this is kind of an older movie, so I could see some people maybe not. So the whole idea is that they are three. I can't remember if like I said, I didn't finish it, but I can't remember if they're sisters or not, or if they're just best friends. But they have
I think they're just
best friends, right?
Yeah.
But they have like
I'm pretty sure.
access to powers and they're not really sure of it. And one night they're sitting around drinking and chit-chatting and they start talking about their ideal man that they would want to date. And since they're what they're accidentally doing is they're creating a spell, and they create this conglomerate man of all these different personality traits that is Jack Nicholson, and he's just like the sleaziest, grossest, but he's really entertaining in it. Like, he does sleazy and gross really well. But yeah, I don't know, it's fun.
That'd be a fun one to add on the list.
Yeah, like, I think that's a fun, and also the casting is great between the three of them and Jack Nicholson. Like,
oh yeah,
I mean, I love Cher, I love Susan Sarandon, love Michelle Pfeiffer.
You got your blonde, you got your brunette, you got your redhead.
Sure.
Susan Sarandon's kind of like a dark brunette. Like, I think she pulls off like kind of a redhead. She's got kind of like a brunette redhead look. You know?
Oh, did you watch At World's End, or no?
No. I was caught up with some other stuff.
Okay. Well, shout out to Indigo again. Finally watched the third of Simon Pegg and Nick Frost's thing.
Yeah, it's like part of their weird. It's a Shaun of the Dead, Hot Fuzz, and At World's End are kind of like.
Yeah, they're like a trilogy, but not really.
It's like a thematic trilogy.
Yeah, because Hot Fuzz, murder mystery, Shaun of the Dead, zombies, and this one, aliens, all in a comedic, very dark, but all very comedic. Yeah, but.
Yeah.
But it was okay. It wasn't my favorite of the three. I think Hot Fuzz is my favorite.
Shaun of the Dead is definitely my favorite.
I just like his cop personality.
Yeah, Hot Fuzz is just really fun for it being like, because it's actually very much an action comedy, and just you wouldn't expect to come out of these guys. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but I always just think of the scene when because they have this swear jar. Then he puts like puts a quid in there, and he's like, "Leslie Taylor was fucking murdered!" Like, and he just has a good freak out. Yeah, has a really great freak out at the end of it. What the fuck? I think that's why I like that one the best. He just can't take it anymore.
So You want to go? Do you want to go into like a final topic? Do talk about WandaVision?
Oh.
Or do you have anything else?
Yeah. No. Let's.
Have you watched all of it yet?
No. Okay. So, first and foremost, I didn't like it.
Okay, well, so I won't let, this will be kind of a shorter segment, and there probably won't be any spoilers, because I don't want to spoil too much for you. Because I think you need to watch the second episode to even have an opinion, because the first episode literally set up nothing.
I got halfway through the second episode.
Because the end of the third episode, you realize there is something so much larger happening.
Well, that's kind of what it was. Is I got through like halfway through the second episode, and I was like, you know what? I'm so bored of this that I want to kind of binge watch a lot of it to get to the more meat of the story. Like I'm gonna watch the second episode.
You don't want to watch it episodically. You would rather just like have it all there to kind of watch.
With this I would, just because I was just so. And I get that it was cute, I guess. They were trying to do, like, it was almost like Bewitched, the old school Bewitched show. And it was Pleasantville, and I was like...
Yeah.
But there's just something about it. I just really didn't care. And, I was just like, you know what? I'm just going to wait until there's, like, 2 or 3 more episodes so I can really get into the nitty-gritty meat of what is going on. Because a regular of ours, who was a big Marvel fan, was telling me, like, the basic comic book concept of where this is coming from.
Oh, from Sword?
From Sword?
What were they talking about?
Just the adaptation of what Wanda went through in the comics and how they're changing it for the series.
I try to find some stuff on where this is coming from in the series or in the comics, and I couldn't find anything. This seems like very much more of an original idea from Marvel.
Oh, I mean, he gave me the whole breakdown of when the comic books, and it was a very I don't know how to say this intelligently. It sounded like he knew what he was talking about, but again, this is word of mouth. But I mean,
yeah.
And he was just, without spoiling it, what happens in the show. He was like, well, in the comics, this and this stuff happens, and it seems like they're leading this way, and I don't know.
Well, they definitely there's an entire arc of what another form of, it's like the other side of Shield, which is Sword, is getting introduced in this, and Sword. So Shield deals with all of the stuff that happens on Earth, and Sword deals with all of the stuff that happens in space.
Oh, okay.
And Nick Fury is kind of like the connector between those two.
So Shield is more defensive, and Sword is more offensive. Is that the idea?
I mean, you can think of it that way.
Okay.
Pokemon Sword and Shield. That's all I was thinking about as I was reading this.
Thinking as you were saying. Have you played any more of that DLC?
I haven't played the new DLC at all.
Okay. I tried. I was really uninterested.
It doesn't sound like it's very interesting, unfortunately. Yeah. But no, there's definitely but once you get to episode 3, something strange is really happening, and you can really tell that. And also, Elizabeth Olsen's acting is so damn good.
She's my favorite Olsen, I've come to realize.
The other Olsens are just, Mary-Kate and Ashley had Full House and their whole teen stuff and whatnot. They never really wanted to be actresses.
What is the age difference between them? Do you know?
Elizabeth Olsen is around my age. She's she's 32. I think the Olsen twins are only a couple years older. I think they're 36. So I think 4 or 5 years.
Dude, it's crazy how much she looks like them. She just looks like she looks like the third, she is the third sister.
I don't really think she looks like them. I can definitely tell that she's their sister, but I don't think she looks anything twin-like
really?
with them.
I'm the only one that thinks
her
that.
nose. Her nose is so much smaller than theirs. She has such a small nose. It's so cute, just a little button nose. No, she is like her acting is so good, and like it really this fucking show is really showing how much they haven't. How like I'm really glad that they gave this show that they're doing this show for Scarlet Witch, and especially for Elizabeth Olsen, because she has not been given any fucking chance to show her acting in the movies. Like she is such a good actress that she should have like more screen time in the movies.
Yeah.
I feel, but it's kind of hard because Scarlet Witch really isn't such a like pivotal like primary character in a lot of the stuff.
Yeah.
So it's nice. I really like that she's getting this like opportunity to shine. And the show is like, I think once you like, I get you wanting to like wait till you can like binge it more and more, because each episode is pretty short, like 30 minutes about. So like having like 2 or 3 episodes to watch in a row is a little bit more satisfying than like 30 minutes and be like, okay, what's gonna happen next type thing. Oh, your audio just cut out.
I'm just fucking with you.
That was good. That was really good.
Thanks. Yeah, I mean, it's definitely it's like I was saying about Kong. It's like I'm not super interested in it, but I'm gonna get to it. You know, also because I really like the actor that plays Vision. What's his name?
Paul Bettany.
Paul Bettany.
I'm pretty sure that's it. Yeah.
I really like him a lot. I think he's really funny.
He's really good in it as well, but it's also like they're really leading into like the whole like Paul Bettany is Vision is clearly dead, and this is like they're kind of leaning like this is clearly happening in Wanda's head.
Yeah, and that's what the friend of mine was telling me is that, and since we kind of went there, is that in the comic books this world is created out of Scarlet Witch's grief.
Yes.
And
there's definitely something like that happening.
Yeah. Which I thought was kind of interesting. And that's the thing though, once we start getting, it's the beginning of the series, so you gotta get, the momentum growing, and once the momentum goes, I'm sure I'll be like, you know what, I changed my tune, but I'm just gonna wait. I think I'm gonna wait until, because they come out every
Friday, like Thursday night, Friday morning.
Okay. So once they get to like episode 4, I'm probably gonna jump back on there and finish it up.
So that'd be this week.
Okay,
yeah.
Cool, yeah. So we can have more of an opinion about it.
Well, I mean, that'll give you a lot of opinion for our next Banter episode in 2 weeks, because that'll be like 5 episodes in.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh yeah, why don't you just wait until before our next Banter episode?
So it's more fresh and I can have more of an opinion? Okay, yeah, we can do that. Should we...
Yeah, I mean, probably a good idea. I mean, I think we're kind of running out of topics, don't want it, and it's kind of like a rough episode anyway. So.
Yeah, I mean, or we could just go to our usual and talk about the same 2 topics.
Talk about Star Wars again. We haven't talked. We didn't talk about. Did we talk? We almost no. We didn't talk about Star Wars today.
We mentioned it.
We didn't talk about Star. No, we may have mentioned it.
No, with your nephew.
Oh yeah, that's right.
We mentioned it. That was it.
Yeah.
Nothing else. Nothing else was said. Do you want to tell them what we're doing next?
We're doing the 5 Bloods next week, right? We're starting off the Da 5 Bloods.
Yeah, we're starting. We're gonna do our next movie is gonna be Da 5 Bloods. It is on It's a Netflix original. Vietnam.
Do you remember who?
Vietnam treasure hunting.
Are you giving your 10-word synopsis now?
Well, I'm just trying to basically it's about a platoon of soldiers in Vietnam who, once they come back to the States and gotten older, they go on a treasure hunt for gold they hid during their service. And it's directed by Spike Lee, and we're gonna do that one.
This is kind of our first drama, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like, I think it's gonna, from what I saw from the trailer, it's kind of gonna be a mix, because it's gonna be a drama, I think. And again, we have this is exciting because it's one of our more recent year movies, and neither Jacob or I have seen it. But from the trailers, it looks like there can be obviously action segments of them in Vietnam, and then it's going to be the drama of them coping with that time and them getting older. So, yeah, we'll find out. But I mean, love Spike Lee, so it should be interesting.
Hell yeah!
But yeah.
All right. Well, everybody.
Sorry, this has been
thanks.
so weird.
Yeah. I think we found a groove, and now that we're trying to wrap up, we're kind of realizing we're on camera still. So, well, thanks everybody for listening. Sorry again for the quality of the audio this time around.
Yeah, sorry, I sound like a robot.
I think you're just gonna sound like you're in a hallway the entire time.
I'm recording in the bathroom.
He's been pooping this entire time.
Hour. All right, well, cool. So yeah, this is Tommy.
This is Jacob.
This is Tommy and Jacob's
mixtape.
Killing it.
All right, guys. See you later. Or talk to you later.
Bye.